Hi there, Ingrid. More essays. Great. Let's take a look at what you did here. Task 1 is a complicated one. So let's see how you handled this. This line graph shows the amount of rainfall in 3 different areas, England, Scotland, and Wales, in 2018. It is clear that the largest amount of rainfall, approximately 130 ml, occurred in Scotland during March and October, similar to that in Wales in July. In contrast, the smallest amount of rainfall, around 20 ml, was also in Scotland and Wales during February and April, respectively. The amount of rainfall in England remained between that of Scotland and Wales, lacking significant peaks. Let's see. Well, I don't know if I'd say it lacked significant peaks. I mean, it did have these 3, right? So that's kind of significant, especially when you compare that level to this one. Sure, it wasn't as dramatic as the peaks of Scotland and Wales, but anyway, okay. In January, Scotland started having the most rainfall of around 125 ml, while Wales had the least amount of rainfall of around 45 ml. As figures fluctuate, Wales became the largest rainfall area, whereas Scotland had the least amount of rainfall in July. Surprisingly, it is predicted that the highest amount of rainfall will go to England, while the lowest will go to Wales in December. Overall, the rainfall in the 3 various regions showed fluctuating figures without clear relationships between each other. Okay, so let's see. Fine, your introduction is fine. Your overview is fine. I've seen lots of different overviews for this particular graph. You basically said that there were lots of fluctuations with no real trends. Yeah, that's true. There is one thing you could have said here, which I think is a pretty accurate rainfall. You could have said that although all 3 experienced great fluctuation through the year, England was relatively more stable. Okay, because England did not have those drops that the other 2 areas had. So that's one thing you could have said that at least gives the reader some sort of an idea of what you're looking at, rather than just saying, oh, they fluctuated, like crazy. So that's one thing you could have done here. All right. In any case, this is fine, and the overview is fine. Again, I'm just giving you the suggestion because it's one way you could improve. Not that what you did is bad, not that what you did is wrong, but just aiming for something a little better. Now, what I don't really understand here is these 2 paragraphs, your detail paragraphs. So you started off with the highest amount of rain, and you talked about that a little bit. Then you talked about the lowest amount of rain, and then you talked about England in a more kind of general fashion. Then you got into some specifics about Scotland, and then about Wales, and then, let's see. So you picked this period, January for Scotland, and then January presumably for Wales. And then you talked about July for Scotland and Wales again. And then all of a sudden you're talking about England. Let's see. And then lastly in Wales. So this paragraph really kind of confused me. I think what you were trying to do is you were trying to go from like a more general analysis to a more specific analysis. But there was something about it that left me feeling a little like I didn't have a clear picture of what was happening here. There were a lot of different ways you could have done this. I think this is the logic behind the way you did it. But I have to be honest with you and tell you that I don't know necessarily that I 100% agree with this division of the data. Okay? Basically because if I didn't have the diagram in front of me, I would have a really hard time trying to see what it is exactly that you are looking at. having said that, the grammar was really good and the vocabulary was really good. You use a lot of these things that I really like. For example, this, lacking significant peaks, good. As the figures fluctuate, good. The highest amount, it is predicted, fluctuating figures, clear relationships. So all of these are very good. So on the whole, I think your grammar was very nice. I think your lexical resources were very nice. You covered a lot of stuff, but like I said, I was a little troubled. I can't say it was, oh yeah, this is so clear. This was, very easy to read. Not entirely. That doesn't mean you skipped important information. But I think you could have developed it a little more. I think there was more you could have said, and I think you could have maybe picked out different things in this diagram. Like, you could have talked about this a little bit. Okay? So yeah, I'm like I said, I'll just say it one last time because I'm spending quite a bit of time on this particular diagram. You could have pointed out different trends, different things happening. Okay? But let's move on now. Alrighty, so here is your task 2. Alright, so this is about people becoming famous through internet and television. Is it positive or negative? To what extent do you support this? Experts throughout both the developing and developed world have debated the pros and cons of the rapid development in the entertainment industry. Some believe that this issue brings severe negative effect on the society, yet personally I strongly disagree. This essay will argue that such a development brings more benefits than drawbacks, using examples from a Chinese magazine and an American YouTuber. Okay, now, if I didn't have this in front of me, oops, sorry, wait, there it is. If I didn't have this in front of me, this would not help me. What did you say? You said the rapid, what's the question for debate here? The rapid development in the entertainment industry. That's so general and so vague that someone who doesn't have this has no idea that this is exactly what you're talking about, that this rapid development refers to ordinary people becoming famous. So yeah, we are talking about YouTubers. We're talking about Instagram stars. We're talking about reality television stars. And these are all ordinary people who are becoming famous. But there is nothing in this introduction, other than the fact that you mentioned YouTuber here, that leads us to understand this is what you're referring to. Okay, on the one hand, there is ample evidence that the increasing ease of becoming well known among the world, okay, this is a little awkward, in the world, in society, maybe better, can bring serious negative impacts. The central reason behind this is twofold. Firstly, such issue can hinder social development since people put more emphasis on the entertainment industry and neglect the financial sectors. Thus, economic development may be slowed down unless capital can be allocated to building infrastructures for society. I'm not sure I understand that connection. What do you mean people put more emphasis on the entertainment industry? Who? Governments? The society itself? And what does that mean? How does the fact that we emphasize the entertainment industry mean that we're not building infrastructure? So you've made this kind of mental leap here, but I'm not following how they are necessarily connected. Okay? Secondly, being a celebrity may not be a lifelong career anymore due to the quite fame. I don't know what that means. What do you mean quite fame? Do you mean the quickness of fame, the speed with which fame comes and leaves? Also, that's not really clear. For example, recent empirical research by a Chinese magazine demonstrated that 90% of all celebrity respondents believe that the career will end in their mid-30s due to the fact that more young people are getting famous on the internet. Therefore, it is conclusively clear that the quick fame internet and television can bring can greatly affect the society and the career of celebrities. Okay, so in a negative way, I assume you mean here, even though you didn't really say it. On the other hand, although there are cases of the drawbacks of quick fame, The positive impacts of such a phenomenon cannot be overstated. This is largely because the social media, such as YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, can offer ordinary people more opportunities to pursue their dreams as singers, actors, or even YouTubers. To illustrate, Josh Stephen, a prolific YouTuber, has always wanted to create videos when he was young. Not has always, he always wanted, because you're telling me very specifically in the past, when he was young, so he always wanted. The vibrant internet gave him the chance to dream come true. Well, let's fix that too. The vibrant internet gave him the chance for his dreams to come true. Consistent with this line of thinking is that a more harmonious atmosphere in the society can be achieved, mainly because people are able to chase their dreams and succeed eventually. As a result, it is possible to state beyond doubt that the rapid development of the entertainment industry creates various benefits to the society. Okay. All right, fine. Okay, because you say that they can pursue their dreams, they can achieve them, so fine. From the arguments and examples given, I firmly believe that the quick fame provided by the internet and television brings more good than harm to the society. It is predicted that the number of youths getting famous through the internet will increase in the near future. All right, fine. You kept using the expression quick fame, quick fame. Here, I assume this is what you meant, quick fame. You used it quite a few times in this paragraph. I would have liked you to use some synonyms. There are a ton. You could have said a rapid ascent to stardom. That's one nice way. Being instantaneously famous. There are a lot of different ways that you could have phrased this. You seem to use that particular expression, quick fame, quite a few times. I like this paragraph. It was good. The order of your paragraphs was good. A lot of the grammar was good. A lot of the coherence and cohesion was good in this essay. So I liked it. I think I mentioned to you earlier that this was problematic. You didn't make the topic clear, so that is something that needs to be addressed. But on the whole, there are nice elements of this essay. You just need to pull them together, correct them, and let's see what it looks like with those corrections, okay? So I'll let you get to that, correct these essays, add to your error correction list, and then of course we'll wait for your next essays. Good luck with that, okay? We're looking forward to them.